Alright, we are live. I apologize for that previous recording. I had messed up. I had my double audio going on. If my audio is messed up again, please someone say something. I appreciate that. So essentially back to the topic here. So we've all seen this trailer right here. We've all watched it. No more. There is a lot of details in here. There's no more reason to fully get in depth there. If you pause there for a second, though, you notice the date is 27 of October 2102. That is exactly 25 years after the bomb dropped. So essentially, there's a lot of details in this trailer that we've been going over the past few days, and we've gained a lot more knowledge on what Vault 76 is going to entail and what the game entirety and in its entirety will also entail. From various credible leaks from about 6 months ago, we can determine that the game is also going to be multiplayer. Instead of it being something such as a single player like all the other ones have been in the past. The person that leaked it even went as far to say as it would be Rust-like. I think that is an inaccurate comparison. I think Ark is probably the better comparison out of the two. So if we also look at Ark has a whole building concept in it. Fallout 76 is going to be going off a building. And there's a lot more options for your game on what kind of game you want to be playing, whether it be single player, multiplayer, official servers, private servers, server that resets after 30 days, hardcore servers where you only get one life. You die once, everything's gone. Maybe even a battle royale mode. Ark also did it in 2015. And then you'd also have the choice of PvP and PvE if they're going to include PvP. The most important feature of it being more similar to Ark is that there would be the ability to have private servers and single player servers to still use mods from places like Nexus mods, and while official servers would still would be able to use the Creation Club. Now that does two very important things. It allows Bethesda to monetize the Creation Club, while it also allows the modding community such as Nexus to survive and thrive. We also know that a party happened. Let me pull up this picture right here. The party that happened in this video, everyone's gone. In the trailer, there's no one there. The balloons are still floating, which indicates it happened that day. So where did everyone go? And also the clothes are clean. In addition, we have knowledge on why the people were forced to leave due to the radiation levels. If you notice right here, there is the rad level is at 500. I believe in this video, the rad level is also at 500. That is a very important detail, and it explains as to why they would have left. And this also could be where the hint of multiplayer lies, seeing as there are no dead bodies in the picture. If I show you here again, there are no dead bodies, if you notice. So that is very uncharacteristic of all the other Fallouts. In all the other Fallouts, there are dead bodies everywhere, whether they died from radiation, they died from whatever else was happening, you name it. So the reason why I think that is a hint is games like World of Warcraft use Warcraft 3 to help bridge the story to make it multiplayer MMO, give it an MMO framework so the factions worked lore-wise, they didn't conflict. I think that's what they're doing here. They're giving a premise of everyone gets kicked out at the same time, and therefore they can just put multiple people into the game as the vault survivors. And if you run into someone else, you're like, oh, that's someone else that survived the vault. Not like, oh, what vault did you come from? They don't have to make 100 vaults for people to start in. They only have to make one with this story premise. Just saying. Furthermore, due to information that can be found at a terminal at the Brotherhood Steel headquarters in Fallout 3, we can suspect that an Overseer AI or robot administers the radiation to drive everyone out. Now, in the terminal, it references Brain Power 4. I believe that is the AI. They don't mention an actual overseer. They also reference geothermal heating and with a nuclear power backup. I think the backup was actually a device put in place for the AI to flood the place full of radiation if Vault Tech needed their control group to leave the vault. I believe when we leave the vault, there's the question of who we will encounter. I believe that it will be the Enclave, the beginnings of the Enclave, and the remnants of the United States government. If you watch LoneVaultWanderer's video, he references a base that exists in West Virginia. I'm thinking this is a very accurate assumption. There's multiple bases like that exist around the United States. That would be a very good candidate to put a big part of the story into. If you want to watch his video, I put a link down in the subscription. I believe they also could have possibly still radio communications with other far-in groups of the Enclave, since this is only 25 years after it happened. We may even encounter the beginnings, the leftovers of Vault Tech, a still thriving entity after the war, since it's only 25 years, and they obviously had a whole bunch of vaults at their disposal. Someone had to still run all the machinery. More likely, we will run into the first beginnings of super mutants due to FEV, the forced evolutionary virus, starting around that time. We may also run into the beginnings of the Enclave, like I just said. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel, I don't think we will run into the Brotherhood of Steel. We may run into groups of the military that will possibly form into the Brotherhood of Steel later, but it won't be the Brotherhood of Steel themselves. I highly doubt it. Players will probably have the ability to choose between any one of these factions, including super mutants, to play with and progress with to further roleplay their character, whether they want to be good or evil. I don't know what the good factions in the game are yet. And furthermore, they'll probably be able to pick it despite what their friends decide to pick. So if you want to go with the Enclave, you can go with the good guys. If you want to go, or if your friend wants to go with the Enclave, you can go with the good guys. If your friend wants to go with the super mutants, you can join them or not. It's entirely up to you. That is incredibly Fallout, in my opinion. I believe this dynamic is very important. It will make the game 100 times better than any of the other previous Fallouts. Not to mention, you can still play it single player if you want. You don't have to play with your other friends, so you can have your own fully modded play save by save like you would in any other games. It really doesn't surprise me that right after they release Fallout 4, they'd start messing with mods or something like this. Ark was also released or pre-released in 2015. So I suspect that they started making a mod based off of inspirations of Ark, which is entirely not surprising. It wouldn't it wouldn't blow my mind if every Bethesda employee had played Ark at one point. With all that said, this is all fun and speculation. We do not know what Fallout 76 will be. It could be just a single player in its entirety. We don't know yet. So this is just speculation. It's fun to guess, though. There's no fun in not guessing. What are you gonna do? Just be like, oh, I don't know, I'm gonna wait. No, we want to guess. So I believe, though, that this will be a multiplayer game. If it wasn't, Todd Howard hasn't come out and said anything against those claims. He most likely would have to stop people from getting overworked and overhyped about the game being multiplayer. He would have said something. I'm positive he would have put his foot down and been like, no guys, it's not multiplayer, start working up about it, or getting worked up about it. But he hasn't done that. So I believe that this game, Fallout 76, will be multiplayer. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you liked it, like and subscribe, hit the bell button, and if there's any errors with my sound or anything, please leave a message. That was very thankful. That was horrendous to listen to. I listened to the playback. I'm surprised it didn't play back on my headphones. It sounded fine on my headphones. Anyways, thank you all. Later.